Hey, it's Maddie.
And it's Caressa.
You're not watching the Disney Channel right now.
You're listening to
Dreadfully Twisted.
Hello, everybody. I don't know why I put my arm up. I was just like,
We
can't
are-
even see me, but here I am.
Guess who's back again.
again.
Dreadfully Twisted, back. Tell your friends. Yay! We haven't done the whole thing in a while.
Yeah, it's been a very long time.
Yes.
Life has been tough right now.
It has been. It's been crazy.
I don't know. I'm just so busy.
Yeah. Life is life in right now.
Yeah.
That's all we gotta say.
But we're here. So
We are here.
I keep putting my arm up.
Woo!
I'm struggling today. But you remember the last time when I told you about those police?
Yeah.
I found out what happened,
Yeah.
and it was crazy.
I think you sent me it.
I think I sent you the links and stuff.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
But the listeners, what happened was, I guess there was a shooting, and somebody OD'd. So yeah,
it was craziness.
it was
is what
very crazy.
That was crazy.
I was not expecting that.
Yeah.
And that's so close to my house. I'm like,
Crazy.
ooh. And then my sister, because my sister Kira was over my house whenever that happened. She was driving home. She told me like that road was like blocked off, but they let her go through too.
Yeah.
And then my other sister, she went earlier in the day, and that whole entire road was completely shut down.
Oh my god.
And it was going on from like 1 o'clock till 7 whenever the police were there. So like it's just insane.
Yeah. That's terrifying.
I'm just like,
Scary.
yeah. So thoughts go out to the families. I think the one person did survive, but I was just like kind of like mind blown from that.
Yeah.
Too close to home.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I take that road every single day going to work.
Yeah.
Spooky.
Spooky.
But oh my god, another thing.
Yeah.
This is our 43rd. Is that how you say 43?
Yeah.
43rd? 43?
Yeah.
40.
40.
I don't like that. It sounds weird.
It sounds weird. It does sound weird.
43rd. Anyway, this is our 43rd. This is our 43 episode. Don't know how to say it.
Episode 43.
Yes, this is our episode 43. So that means we have 7 more till 50. And I think since 50, let me see. I'm going to see when it falls, because depending on when it falls, we should do something special.
Yes.
Let's see. So 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49. 49 is the day after Halloween.
Oh my gosh.
And then the 50th would be November 8th. The one we record.
Yeah.
So it'll be coming out the 10th. We could do something Halloween.
Halloweeny.
It might be a little bit like after, but like that would be really cool. Because I want to do something like really special for the 50th.
Yeah.
I think that'd be fun. But tomorrow is officially the first day of fall.
Yay! I'm so excited.
So that means it's spooky season.
It's spooky season.
I'm so excited.
Same. And that means I'm decorating.
Yeah. I'm going to definitely decorate. Oh, I don't know. I'm not going to have time. I would do it today if it wasn't raining.
I know. Yeah.
Because, like, my basement, you have to go outside to get into it.
Mm-hmm.
So
Like tomorrow, I'm going to...
I wish I could do it tomorrow, but tomorrow I'm so busy all day.
Yeah. Life is lifing.
Life is lifing. And then, yeah. So it's spooky season.
It is.
So in honor of that, because this episode's going to come out on the first day of fall. I'm sorry, I'm having a lot of revelations right now.
In honor of spooky seison,
we are doing
Haunted Forests.
Woo! I'm excited because
Yes.
haunted forests are like, you can probably hear the rain.
Yeah.
They could probably hear the rain.
It's in honor of spooky season. It's pouring. So,
It's just for us.
It is. Just for the pod.
It's for you guys. You need the ambience of fall.
Yes.
So now it's raining to get spooky because forest rain.
If you hear thunder, it just adds to the ambiance. So
I love it.
yes.
We made it specifically thunderstorm and rain just
Yes,
for you.
we did. With our witchy magic. Ooh.
I'm not. I'm kidding too. Okay, so we're doing haunted forests.
Yes. Haunted places, haunted forest edition. I think.
We could just do haunted forest.
Yeah.
Probably be easier to say.
Yeah, that's true.
Haunted forests,
Haunted
volume 1. Ooh. We're doing a lot of hand motions.
We
You
are.
can't see us. All right, so sorry, I'm a little like, what's the word?
Clap happy.
Yeah. I've been so busy and like life has been so hard.
Yes.
So like, it's nice to talk spooky stuff.
It is.
And to see you.
I know.
I feel so bad that like we didn't like record last week because I just was not feeling good.
Yeah. Yeah.
I had a migraine literally all day that Friday. I woke up with it and it didn't go away till 10 o'clock. And I was like at work and I was like, I can't even focus right now. Like, it was so bad.
And then I had one yesterday. It was like we were passing the migraine back and forth.
Yeah. Hopefully this is the end of it.
Yeah. We're ending the cycle right now.
Okay. So, oh my God, I forgot to tell you. I had more stuff happen in my house.
Did you?
Yeah. It was 3 days in a row this time. So this one was the 20th. It's like,
oh,
there's one and then there's another one. Maybe it's making me a liar. Maybe it's this one.
Oh, there it goes.
This one was the 19th, so it was Jeremy's birthday. It was one of these. There was one where it like flutters. Might be the last one. And this one was the 18th. It was the 18th, 19th, and 20th. Where was it over there? Where's the one that flutters? Oh, it was this one. Because this one, something happens here very lightly.
Mm-hmm.
And then, yeah. Okay, that one was the flutter. Yeah, so it happened 3 days in a row. I also think it's because it was words. Words are hard. Talking is hard.
Talking is hard.
Because the full moon was the 17th.
Yeah.
So I think it had something to do with the full moon.
Mm-hmm.
But, well,
so cool.
I know.
Love it.
I just never had it happen 3 days in a row before. Spooky.
Spooky. It was like, it's spooky season. Time to flare up.
Yeah. but if my like thought is correct, where I think it's either my dad or my grandma, Jeremy's birthday was the 19th, the day in the middle of that. So maybe they were like, hi, happy birthday.
Oh,
is what I'm cute. Hoping, but it could be anything.
That's adorable.
But let's go into the spooky forests.
Spooky forest time. So, the first one that we have for you today. You want me to go first, or do you want to go? Okay.
You can go first.
We have the Elfin Forest, San Diego. It literally sounds like an adorable forest.
No, it sounds like there's
elves and fairies are, and like little lights. And
I'm guessing it's not.
No. It's not. It sounds adorable.
It sounds magical.
It does.
But it's not.
But it's not.
That's sad.
Yeah.
I wish it was.
Me too.
But either way, I want to go to all these forests.
I know, same. We're going to have to do a part 2 of these because I just thought of a forest.
Okay.
That I totally didn't even think of.
What I was thinking, like the spooky, not the spooky, like you know how we do spooky stories?
Yeah.
How it's like 1, 2, 3, blah, blah, blah. We can do haunted places, 1, 2, 3, blah, blah, blah. And then we could do haunted forest, 1, 2, 3, blah, 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 and just sprinkle them in every now and then. Yeah. And like whenever we feel like it, you know?
I don't know if you've heard of this, but.
Yes, yeah. I've been wanting to cover that one, but I was not sure because of like the
whole,
and like how it could be sensitive to talk about. But like if you're okay with covering it, then I'm okay with covering it.
I really wanted to cover it ever since I seen that movie. Have you ever watched the movie?
No.
It's called The Forest. Oh my god, it really like traumatized me as a kid.
Oh my god, what movie are we gonna watch on Friday?
We should watch that. Oh my god. If it's on something, I hope it is. But yeah,
we'll figure it out.
If not, we can always watch. We still gotta watch the freaking
Black Metal
murder that we've been talking about for 10 years.
That's what it seems like. Even though it was like in February.
I know.
But it was 10 years ago to us. But yeah, but like I feel like that also, like, you know how I said the thought of doing like Patreon and doing like the movie reviews and stuff like that. I feel like that would be more of like a podcasty thing. And if we want to do more of like a hanging out thing, then we can do that later.
Yeah.
Or we could just do both. We'll get together.
We'll do them all.
Yeah.
We'll do it all. So, back to the Elfin Forest. That is not so magical, sadly. Even though it sounds it.
No, it sounds like there'd be like leprechauns and like Lucky Charms.
I know. And rainbows. The Elfin Forest. Oh my god, what just happened to my voice? I don't know. Let's just start that over.
It was like, you want to talk? Not today.
Nope. You thought you were starting. No.
Everybody's like, oh my god, it's been 12 minutes. Just get on with it.
Time to rehinge. Okay.
Sorry.
The Elfin Forest is quite possibly one of the most haunted and mysterious places in California. The overall beauty of the area is undeniable and draws in hikers, campers, and curious visitors year after year. It is said that gypsies once lived in the Elfin Forest, where they would practice the occult.
Oh.
And that story is true. So, yeah. The community of Harmony Grove spiritualists, palm readers, Jesus.
Talking is hard. Words are hard. Speaking is hard.
Oh my gosh. Talking is so hard.
Pronunciation is hard.
Pronunciation is hard. Physics. Oh my god, what? Clearly I didn't get enough sleep. Oh my god. I've been up. Oh my god. My brain isn't working. Okay.
That's how I felt last night. After like 8 o'clock, my brain just was like, I'm turning off.
I'm just laughing so hard because what is physics? That's not physics.
Do you mean
psychics?
Yes. Yeah, I kind of figured that's what you meant. I was like, physics is the same thing. It's math, you know. Aerodynamics.
Oh my god, I'm dying. Okay.
Bear with us. We're a little slap happy today.
Trying to rehinge is quite difficult.
But it's the fun. It's the fun in it. Being slap happy is fun.
Yes. We need some light in our life. Palm readers, psychics, and seance mediums.
Oh, I didn't even know that existed.
Yeah. Lived on 12.3 acres of land and previously practiced the art of contacting the dead. Rituals would take place on Sunday mornings where the women would dress in long flowing gowns. Legend has it,
You're good.
that other natives and residents from neighboring communities came in and drove off the gypsies, slaughtering those who stood in their way. In turn, the gypsies cursed the Elfin Forest and its surrounding lands. Apparently, it was this curse that has caused many of the urban legends and paranormal activity that has been reported throughout the years. So now we're going to get into some of the, urban legends that we have here. Actually, first, if I hit it one more time, I swear to God, I'm like gonna.
She keeps moving her hand, and it's hitting my laptop.
We can't with the hand motions. Oh my God.
I talk with my hands a lot.
I know, same.
I can't help it. My hands just do what they want. Just like, woo! And I have to make the motion, like the sound with the motion.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
Corinne Pleasant, who was born in 1897, was a spiritualist and a resident of Harmony Grove. She recalled stories of trying to contact the spirits of rumored slaughtered Indian children who were buried upright in the hills above Elfin Forest. Pleasant said the Indian children's ghosts could be seen on clear nights playing and running. She also made claims that her group of spiritualists were visited by the ghost of an Englishman wearing an old stove hat carrying a swinging lantern.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Also, that's really sad.
Yeah, that is very sad.
And also, I could see why that can cause paranormal activity, all of those, but yeah.
Yeah.
The ghost of the Lady in White has long been rumored to haunt Elfin Forest. Pleasant claimed to have seen the woman floating without feet down a grassy path just outside her home.
Oh my God, that gave me chills.
I know, that's terrifying. What would you do if you seen that? Like, I would just
cry.
Like
freeze and be like, what do I do?
I'd be like,
or run.
I would run, yeah.
I'm not sure. I'd either freeze or flight. In that response.
Fight or flight.
Yeah.
Except not fight.
Freeze or
flight.
Yeah.
Legend has it that a family of 3 were wandering the woods, exploring and enjoying the day. It was a more violent time in the world, and it wasn't all that surprising to the locals when the family didn't come back for days. Finally, just as their friends were starting to become concerned, a lone figure crested a hill and came stumbling down. It was the woman of the family, the wife and mother, recognizable even through the dirt, torn clothes, and the pure look of terror in her eyes. She said her husband and son had been attacked and murdered by a group of men. She managed to flee the scene, but had lost two of the most important people in her life. The townspeople opened their hearts to her and nursed her back to health. Over time, the fear in her eyes changed to cold, hard rage. Eventually, she said she was ready. Dressed completely in white, she walked into the woods and was never seen again.
Oh my god.
Nobody at the time knew what she was ready for exactly, but they knew getting in her way was not a good idea.
This is giving me chills.
That's literally terrifying. Yeah. As the years and decades passed, hikers and campers in the Elfin Forest reported seeing the ghostly figure of a woman floating through the land. Sometimes she moved incredibly fast and other times achingly slow.
Either would be terrifying.
I know, literally.
Because if she's moving fast and you're like, okay, she can get me in like a second, but if she's moving slow, that's also scary.
I know.
Like, which one's scarier?
I don't know. Both of them were terrifying. If she's moving fast, I'm definitely running.
Yeah.
If she's moving slow, I'm definitely crying.
And running.
Yeah.
Oh my god, what happens if you start running when she's moving slow and then she starts moving fast?
Oh god. I don't want to know. It's terrifying.
That's sad though.
It is. The ghost of the lady in white has been blamed for multiple car crashes along Questhaven Road. Also, Questhaven Road was a road. Actually, it's like right where Elfin Forest is. Mm-hmm. So.
Oh my god. This reminds me. Supernatural.
Yeah.
They have a woman in white and she's on the side of the road and she gets into people's cars and then she takes them to her house. That's where Supernatural got it from.
Oh my gosh.
Sorry.
Now I'm going to go and watch it.
Season 1. Episode 1.
I'm just gonna go and watch the whole thing.
It's the first episode of the series. Side note, my goal is to watch Supernatural so many times that if somebody says something from like an episode, I could say what episode that was with the episode name. That's my goal.
That's the goal.
I know some episodes, not all. But anyway, back to this. You can always bring it back to Supernatural.
Bill Barker, a former volunteer fire chief for Elfin Forest, stated that 16 to 20 car crashes were reported each year, and more times than not were blamed on the lady in white.
That's insane.
I know. Those who attempted to speak to her were unable to because she would vanish into thin air, but everyone who encountered her soon packed up and left. They said the place had just gotten creepy and they didn't feel safe. Stories of a lady in white are common in ghost lore and often appear when a murder or suicide has taken place.
Mm-hmm.
It seems that this woman may have become one deliberately, seeking revenge on those who killed her family.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, that's what they think.
That's crazy. I don't know why I said crazy like that, but crazy.
Crazy. The Elfin Forest is a popular place for high schoolers and amateur filmmakers who have come to make films on the supposed occult property. Talking is hard. Reporting scenes of nooses hanging from burned trees.
My god.
Broken bones and skulls crushed into the mulch and brush, which is literally terrifying.
That's scary.
Unearthly cackles and noises flying around the air at night.
No, thank you.
Yeah, no, thank you. That's probably the freaking occult practices that took place there. It's literally terrifying.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to be here, no witch. When I'm in the forest, that's terrifying.
No.
The rumors have even fabled that when filmmakers go back to review their footage, that there is just black static that fills the screen and curdling screams that sound off in the distance.
No.
I would literally just die.
I would just throw the whole camera away.
I would throw the camera away and quit my job. I'd be like, no, I'm not filmmaking anymore. That is absolutely traumatizing. That's like from a horror movie.
Yeah, it really is.
There is an urban myth that a 10-foot white owl,
it's a huge owl.
it is, roams the midnight moonlit sky. The ghostly owl sneaks about preying on naive young people who enter the forest. If the visitors are in their car, the owl lands on top of their car and possesses several ways of murdering the vehicle's passengers.
No.
Yeah.
No, thank you. Remember when I said I wanted to go? I don't want to go.
We don't want to go anymore.
I'll pass.
If the visitors are on foot, it swoops down to capture them and sacrifices them. There are other stories about the owl. However, many do not speak of the owl in fear of repercussion.
Oh my god, are we going to get repercussions for talking about him?
We shall never speak of the owl again. We're sorry for speaking about you, Mr. Owl.
You just want to be friends?
Yes. We come in peace. Except we're not going to be going. So.
We're just never going to go?
Yeah. It's terrifying. Another myth tells of a witch that haunts the Elfin Forest. Stories of the witch solicit extreme caution should one choose to enter the forest, which also explains the cackling that they hear. The witch has been in the forest since the persecution of the gypsies. She rides the roads of the forest on a ghostly black stallion. With a black cloak that covers her face and body, the witch has omnipotent vision and senses when a stranger or intruder has entered the forest.
Ooh.
It is said that once someone enters the forest, the witch marks that person, leaving no physical indication but more of a spiritual mark. Once marked by the witch, that person faces death if he or she ever enters the forest again. Those who claim to have seen the witch say they did not hear her galloping stallion, and that instead the witch and her horse float along in the shadows. She is never in clear sight, so her victims will never really know what they see when they witness her. It is also rumored that if the victims do see her eyes, they pierce a ray of green light and they are immediately killed.
Oh my god, no.
Yeah. What? Like, that's literally terrifying. Don't want that to happen.
10 out of 10,
It's
do not recommend.
Blair Witch time on steroids.
Yeah.
Have you seen those movies? The Blair Witch movies? Oh.
No, but I heard of them.
Oh. I know what we're watching one spooky night. We're watching the original and then we're watching the remake because they're absolutely terrifying. The remake is actually scarier.
Really?
Yeah. Beep. Beep. Okay, trigger warning, suicide. So if you'd like to just skip like 10 seconds, you could do that. There are also stories of drivers killing themselves because the witch follows their vehicle in the trailing shadows, invoking complete insanity and sometimes paralysis, then causing the driver to steer his or her car into an oncoming tree, ledge, or cliff.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
So don't visit the forest. Don't go anywhere near the forest.
Yeah.
Don't drive near the forest. Otherwise, you're gonna die.
So completely avoid anywhere near the forest. Yeah. Moral of the story. Other tales of haunted spirits and paranormal activity attached to this area include trees that bleed.
Whoa. No. All right.
Native American bodies hanging from trees.
Oh no.
Shadowed figures that hide in the shrubbery.
No, thank you.
And other weird apparitions that possess the forest. It's suspected that the forest was built on an ancient native burial ground, which also would explain a lot.
Oh yeah.
Especially because of the Indian children running and playing that were buried. That makes a lot of sense.
And then the hanging people.
In 2022, a 27-year-old man named Martin Armenta's body was found wrapped up on the side of Quest Haven Road right outside Elfin Forest. There is no other information about his death, and it may still be under investigation. The Elfin Forest, Quest Haven Road, and surrounding areas still experience a ton of paranormal experiences. So yeah, that's all I have for that one. That's all I can find.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
I don't want to ever go.
Nope. Definitely not. The Elfin Forest, San Diego, California. Stay away.
Yeah. No, thank you. Okay.
So that's all for that one.
That one was terrifying and scary and
It was.
traumatizing
It
and
was.
all of the above. And wow.
I know, when I was literally doing research, I'm like, what? This literally sounds like an actual horror movie.
Yeah, I was not expecting all of that at all. I was like, all right, that had a lot of everything in it.
It did.
Okay. So my first forest is something I don't know how to pronounce.
Okay.
So let me try.
I was going to say, I can look it up.
That's what I was going to do.
Pronunciation. Pronunciation.com. Love that.
Is that what you use?
I just look up how to pronounce and then it takes pronunciation.com. Or a YouTube video.
How to pronounce. Okay. So my first forest is Hoia Baciu Forest. And it is located in the heart of Transylvania, Romania. So we're going out
Transylvania.
Yeah. Near, I don't know how to say this either, Cluj-Napoca? It's referred to as the Bermuda Triangle of Transylvania.
Oh.
Yeah. Lovely, right?
Yeah.
The forest covers an area of 729 acres. Hoia is used for common recreation activities. Recently, a bike path has been added along with sports areas like paintball, airsoft, and archery. The south border of the forest begins on a ridge, runs east to west, the north with a river along that. I don't know how to say the river name, but I think it's Sumsui River. Trying my best. The north of the forest ends on a smoother slope on the Nadas River. The east end of the forest borders the Teatura Turculi, which is an artificial valley that divides the hill from north to south and has a road along it as well. The west end touches the northeastern slope of Deluai Meliclor, which is close to the Mujai Forest. A valley borders the northern eastern end of the forest. A natural small lake borders the forest too. This forest has a lot of mystery, eerie paranormal stories, and folklore. It is believed that the forest existed since prehistoric times. There are some archaeological excavations that uncovered evidence of human habitation during the Paleolithic era. I think that was like with like the dinosaurs and stuff. That was really hard to say. In ancient times, the forest was part of the Dacians' territory. That was a Thracian tribe inhabited the area from 500 BCE to 106 CE. I have no idea when that was, but that sounds like a long time ago. Some believe that the forest is haunted by people who were murdered there. The forest name itself came from a legend. The legend states a shepherd named Baciu went into the forest looking for his flock of 200 sheep, but he disappeared without a trace. Even today, no one knows what happened to Baciu and his sheep. However, the forest has his name. That's where Hoia Baciu comes from. Throughout history, Hoia Baciu Forest has had both sides of the spectrum, for lack of a better word. For some people, the forest was a sacred place where natured spirits and ancient gods were worshipped. And for others, to them, the land was cursed and filled with malevolent entities, unexplained phenomena. Most of the tales of the Hoia Baciu Forest is ghostly apparitions, mysterious disappearances, and the unexplained phenomena. It has been said for people who got into the forest at night may come across restless spirits, hear strange whispers in the wind, or see unexplainable lights hovering in the trees.
Oh. Yeah.
The forest has a clearing that is a circle area where trees don't grow and where strange things happen.
Oh.
Locals believe that this circular area is cursed and anyone that enters it may be affected by negative energy. So don't go into the clearing.
Yeah. No, thank you. I think I'll pass.
Yeah. However, scientists say that the area may have been a possible ancient burial ground or the soil is just unsuitable for growth. But why would it be unsuitable for growth? One of the unexplained phenomena that occurs in the Hoia Baciu Forest is the hotspot for UFO sightings.
Ooh.
Aliens. There has been reports of strange lights and unexplained aerial phenomena. All of these sightings date back to the 1960s, which started because a biologist it's hard. Alexandru Sift took a photo of a mysterious disc object that was above the clearing. Another strange phenomena is a young girl disappeared into the forest, but came back 5 years later, still the exact same age, and had no memory of what happened.
Oh my god, what?
Yeah, she went into the forest, came back exactly the same, with nothing happened, in the same clothes, same everything, and she had no memory of what happened, and 5 years had passed.
That's fine.
Yeah. I tried finding more information on this and like more detail.
Yeah.
I couldn't find any names or dates.
Yeah.
Like I tried. It might be like somewhere. It's just not on the internet. In 1968, a military tech, Emil Barnia, took a photo of a flying saucer over the forest. This is the most famous UFO sighting of the Hoia Baciu. Skeptics said the picture was fake, but it is one of the most famous sightings and compelling pieces of evidence. More of the happenings that occur in the Hoia Baciu Forest is ghostly apparitions and paranormal occurrences. Many visitors have reported ghostly figures and shadow beings in the trees, with glowing green eyes from a distance. What's up with the glowing green eyes, though?
I know, seriously.
Even okay, is blinding you?
Yeah, it's like shines.
It's like, hi, I'm here. Oh, glowing green eyes. Even some claim to have seen the ghost of Baciu himself. Other people have reports of disembodied voices, giggles of women, young girls' screams, and sounds of deer and horse hooves. Some people have seen orbs and faces in the trees, and some have taken pictures and look back at them and see that the orbs or faces are in the pictures that weren't there when they were taking pictures of the forest.
Nope.
Yeah. Another paranormal phenomena is a clearing, which I briefly talked about, but the clearing is in the heart of the forest. People who have been in or to the clearing state that they have feelings of intense anxiety and unease, and some feel that somebody is watching them.
Nope again.
Some others have went out with scratches and bruises that weren't there before. So like they entered the forest, and then when they came back out, they had scratches and bruises.
Absolutely not. Terrifying. Definitely won't be going there.
No, definitely not. And they would not know where they came from. Electronic equipment malfunction or completely stop working in the clearing. It is believed by some that the clearing is a portal to another dimension or the hub of all the activity. And then I'm going to go to my phone because I have half of it on paper and half of it on my phone. They also have like safety and precautions when you go see this forest, which is also terrifying.
Yeah.
The first general safety tip for exploring the forest is travel with a group. Venturing into the forest alone is not recommended, as the dense woodland can be disorienting and it is easy to become lost. A guided tour or traveling with a group of friends can provide both safety and support. The second one is inform someone of your plans. Make sure someone outside your group knows your itinerary and when you expect to return. This way, if anything does go wrong, there's someone who can raise like the alarm to like get you. 3, carry essential supplies. Bring a fully charged mobile phone, flashlight, or basic first aid kit. These supplies would prove invaluable in case of emergency. 4, stay on marked paths. While it may be tempting to venture off the beaten path in search of paranormal activity, doing so can be dangerous. Stick to its marked trails to minimize the risk of getting lost or injured. That's terrifying.
That is terrifying.
And I think I have
The fact that it gives you
specific instructions.
Could be very telling.
Yeah. Hold on. And then in recent years, the Hoia Baciu Forest has attracted attention of paranormal investigators and television crews. Television shows such as Destinations Truth and Ghost Adventures have visited the forest, documenting their experiences and attempting to capture evidence of the paranormal. While some investigators claim to experience unexplained phenomena during their visits, no definitive proof of forest paranormal activity has been found. So I guess it's like all like...
Yeah.
But I believe it because, like, if people wouldn't just make up that stuff, especially of everything,
and why would there be?
And then some locals believe that the forest is cursed and avoided at all costs. I mean, it sounds like it is, but like, but it's also has attracted attention of scientists and researchers because of the strange phenomena happening. And that's whenever they say that it's because some researchers... Talking is so hard.
Talking is very hard.
Some researchers have suggested that the forest atmosphere can be attributed to electromagnetic anomalies and unusual concentrations of ions in the air. These phenomena can be known to cause feeling of unease and disorientation in humans, which could possibly explain some of the ghostly sightings and sensations. No, I think it's just because it's haunted.
Yeah. Me too.
They have guided tours by knowledgeable local guides. They offer visitors a chance to learn about forest histories, legends, and paranormal activity. These tours include visits to the most infamous sites, such as the clearing. But people who prefer a more immersive experience, overnight camping trips can be arranged too. Thank you.
No thanks.
And it allows visitors to spend the night within the forest eerie embrace. This is not for like the faint of heart. Like you have to have like the want to stay there. But the Hoia Baciu remains one of the most enigmatic and captivating destinations for those seeking a brush with the paranormal. Its rich history, eerie legends, and supernatural activity have centered its status in one of the world's most haunted forests. Yeah, no thank you. I mean, I would like to go like on a guided tour.
Yeah.
At the most, but I don't want to like stay overnight.
No, definitely not.
And then it's also said you can hear strange whispers being carried by the wind.
Ew.
I don't like that.
Ew.
No, thank you.
No, thank you.
I'll just stay away.
Yeah, same.
Unless you like do a haunted tour.
Yeah, that wouldn't be so bad if you're with like a big group of people.
Yeah.
Definitely don't want to be getting scratched.
No. No, thank you. I don't want to be touched.
Nope.
Like if I do go anywhere haunted, don't touch me.
Yeah.
Don't touch me. I do not want to be touched.
Was that all for that one?
Yeah. Sorry. That was
That's
it.
okay.
I'm sorry.
Okay. This next one, it's gonna kind of sound a little bit boring at first, but hang in there. Hang in there, guys.
That's how mine was.
I promise you, it's gonna get good. Okay. This is the Epping Forest in the United Kingdom.
I saw this one whenever I was researching.
The Epping Forest is an ancient woodland that stretches from London to Essex. No one knows exactly how old Epping Forest is, but it is said to be centuries old. The name Epping Forest was recorded in the 17th century. Before that, it was part of the larger Waltham Forest. During the Anglo-Saxon period, a lot of the original woodland was cut down but ensured that other tree species were able to grow there. There are still about 55,000 ancient trees growing in the forest, which is more than any other site in the whole United Kingdom. The forest contains areas of grassland, heath, streams, bogs, and more than 100 ponds. Most of these ponds were created for the cattle that was allowed to roam freely through the woods. Some are natural, and some were created by the bomb impacts from the war.
Oh.
Yeah. Also, just the fact that there was a war that can cause a lot of paranormal activity.
Yeah.
During the 12th century, the forest gained the legal status to become a royal forest by Henry II. The legal status allowed them to hunt deer in the forest and for commoners to use the woodland for gathering firewood and to let their cattle graze. Commoners were not allowed to hunt deer in these woods. It is believed that Henry VIII, as well as his daughter Elizabeth I, used the forest for hunting. In 1543, Henry VIII even had a building constructed here, known as the Great Standing. This building was used by Elizabeth I as her hunting lodge, hence the name Queen Elizabeth's Hunting Lodge.
Oh.
Yeah. Today, the building still stands and is open to the public.
Ooh.
It's kind of interesting.
I love history.
I know. Legendary highwayman Dick Turpin found refuge in the forest in the 18th century. This was also his hunting ground. He targeted the carriages of wealthy people.
Oh.
Yeah. 10 out of 10, don't recommend. Even though there's no carriages running around anymore.
Yeah.
He was born in Hempstead in 1705, but opened a butcher shop in Buckhurst Hill. At some point, he was involved in the very violent Gregory gang. When he eventually left the gang, he became a highwayman. His favorite area in the forest was Loughton Camp. It is believed that Turpin killed at least one man in Epping Forest. When the law caught up with the Gregory gang, many of them were executed, but Turpin got away and turned to a new line of work, highway robbery.
Oh.
Yeah. From a cave in Epping Forest near London, he and another man, Thomas Rowden, held up people as they walked by. They wouldn't take much, but a bounty of 100,000 euros was put... Oh, 100 euros. 100,000. I don't know. I literally said that twice. That's so funny because when I first read this, I said 100,000. 100,000. That's like millions of dollars back then. Like what?
Yeah.
100 euros. 100, not 100,000. 100 was put on
probably
their
like
heads.
100,000 now.
Yeah. Turpin had went on to team up with well-known criminal Tom King and committed a string of robberies. The two weren't partners for long, as in the early 1737, King was fatally wounded in an altercation over a stolen horse. Oh. Some accounts claim it was Turpin who fired the fatal shot by accident. After the accident, Turpin fled back to Epping Forest, and it was there that he was spotted living rough by a servant named Thomas Morris, who made an attempt to apprehend him. Armed with a carabine, Turpin shot and killed Morris. Changing his name to John Palmer.
Oh, that's a very big change.
Turpin fled to Yorkshire to avoid being caught. His attempts to lay low were unsuccessful, and he was eventually arrested on October 2nd, 1738, for shooting a man's rooster.
Jeez, he just needs to not have guns.
I know, seriously. In custody, it was revealed that he had stolen a number of horses in Yorkshire. Now arrested as Turpin and not Palmer, he was sentenced to death in York. Turpin felt no remorse and spent his last days in a jovial mood, entertaining visitors in his cell and buying a new frock coat and shoes for his execution.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. He's like, if I'm going out, I'm going to look good for all you guys.
Jeez.
He was like happy like that it was happening. It's just kind of terrifying.
Psycho.
Yeah.
Psychotic.
It is widely believed that the spirit of Dick Turpin haunts the forest. He was hanged in Knavesmere, York on April 7th, 1739. After his execution, Turpin's body was exhumed by a local laborer and sold to a doctor who wanted to dissect Turpin's body.
Why?
They literally dug him up.
Why? Just to do experiments?
Yeah. Like, what is wrong with you?
Don't do that.
Don't do that. What is wrong with you? But this crime was discovered, and an angry mob protested outside the doctor's house. The doctor and the laborer were both arrested and fined. Turpin's body was buried again, this time for good. Maybe the fact that his body was snatched enables Turpin to find rest. He's also known to haunt the Loughton Camp area, a place known for paranormal activity. Through the years, the bodies of several people were found buried in the forest, and several murders took place here too. Since the 1960s, more than a dozen murder victims were discovered.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. One woman was found dead in her car with the arrow of a crossbow in her head.
What?
Like, what? That's terrifying. This one's crazy. Well, like, it hasn't been crazy. Triple policeman murderer Harry Roberts hid out in the forest for 3 months before being arrested in 1966. An unmarked police car containing 3 officers, Detective Constable David Wombwell, 25, Sergeant Christopher Head, 30, and Geoffrey Fox, 41, stopped to investigate. Within minutes, Harry Roberts had shot Christopher Head through his left eye. He then shot David Wombwell back in the back as he ran to the police car. He then proceeded to shoot him in the face. Yeah. Accomplice John Duddy grabbed a revolver from the same bag and fired 3 shots into the police car. The last hit Geoffrey Fox in the temple, leaving him dead, slumped in his seat. Using his army training, Harry Roberts evaded capture for 91 days by camping out in Epping Forest, which he knew well from his childhood. Had the death penalty not been abolished by 1965, he would have received it.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I know. John Duddy and other accomplice John Whitney were sentenced to serve at least 30 years before becoming eligible for parole. Duddy died in Parkhurst Prison in 1981. Whitney was released in 1991, and in 1999, he was beaten to death with a hammer and strangled by his flatmate at their home in Bristol.
Wow.
And that flatmate was sentenced to life for it.
Wow.
Yeah. That is insane.
That's crazy.
That's just like so insane. Like he got released and then got killed.
Karma.
Yeah.
Do the dance.
Jojo Siwa has a grip on this on the world.
She does. I don't even know why.
It's so funny.
I try not to even see anything about her, and I'll just be
I know.
scrolling somewhere, and then all of a sudden I see something about JoJo, and I'm like, never
And
escape.
I know,
I can
literally.
never escape.
Literally, we can't escape Jojo Siwa. The wrath of Jojo Siwa. The site of Loughton Camp has been used as an army base by the tribal queen Boudica. Many people sense the energy of the long-gone soldiers. Boudica was the queen of the British Iceni tribe who led an uprising against the conquering forces of the Roman Empire in 60 or 61 AD. She was either killed in battle or she died due to her injuries. Boudica is considered a British folk heroine. In the area, people have heard the sounds of drums and marching soldiers. Actually, kind of cool.
Yeah. I feel like I wouldn't really be scared by that.
Yeah. In the 1960s, visitors of the forest saw two figures emerging from a pond. That, I would be scared of.
Yeah. No, thank you to that. I will run the other way.
Yeah. The two figures were on horseback. They rode in the town's direction but disappeared in front of the eyes of the visitors. Crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Another pond deep in the forest is said to draw people. Yeah. Real quick. Trigger warning, suicide. So if you just want to 10 seconds it, now's the time to do so. Another pond deep in the forest is said to draw people to commit suicide in its dark waters.
That is terrifying.
It's absolutely terrifying. Legend says that 300 years ago, this pond was the scene of a tragic murder-suicide of two young lovers. I also couldn't find anything on that, sadly.
Yeah, I think a lot of that stuff's like hard to find. So it was like in the 1800s or something. And you gotta get like books.
Yeah,
that's what I had to do with mine. My last case.
Mm-hmm. The apparition of a headless man has been spotted by several people in the Epping Forest. He appears to have been a biker. Also, a horse-drawn coach has been seen here. Another headless apparition, a horseman, is known to haunt near the King's Oak pub, which is located near the forest. The ghost of a little girl who drowned near the pub is regularly seen here too. Sad.
Mm-hmm.
People have also reported being touched and even pushed by unseen hands in some parts of the forest. Yeah, honestly, this one I wouldn't mind going to.
Yeah, because it doesn't seem like it would be that. The only thing that's scary is the pond thing.
Yeah, the pond and the waters that may or may not draw you to do certain things.
Yeah.
But you'd probably have to be there for a good amount of time.
I would think, yeah.
Yeah. Spooky.
Spooky.
That's all for that one.
My next one is the Daring Woods in Buckley, UK, United Kingdom. So this one is kind of short because I couldn't really find too much on it. If you go into the woods today, you're in a big surprise. The Daring Woods is also known by another name, which is scary. It's called the Screaming Woods.
Oh, not terrifying at all.
Yeah. And for good reason. Shrill screams have been heard often coming from somewhere within its borders.
Oh.
When these terrifying, blood-curdling sounds are not heard, something else is being heard or seen.
Oh, okay.
Footsteps have been mentioned in other cases of strange noises. On days when fog shrouds the dense woodland, voices and whispers have also been subject to anyone within earshot. Situated about halfway between a pair of villages, Smarden and Pluckley, the site is laden with history and numerous bizarre events down the years. Its reputation is as likely a candidate of most haunted woodland area in the entire UK, if not the world.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh my.
So, people think that Daring Woods is haunted by souls of the lost. The forest, according to some, is haunted by souls of those who have been lost somewhere within them. There is also reported... Oh, I need to put a trigger warning in here, I'm sorry. Suicide. Skip 10 minutes. 10 seconds. There is also a report of suicide of an army officer sometime during the 18th century who is said to still inhabit the woods to this day. One or more of the notorious phantoms that are said to call the woods home is a highwayman that was once apprehended by local villagers. The unnamed criminal is pinned to the tree and beheaded.
Oh, well, that's disturbing.
Some swift justice meted out to him was brutal and final. Many travelers that have ventured into or through the woods have passed on stories of seeing or sensing black shadows. The chances of that or many of these reported sightings are down to simple overreactive imagination or heightened sense of awareness. No, I think they actually saw these black shadows. Deep woods tend to make certain people feel on edge or more sensitive of their situation. I can kind of see that because isolation and stuff, but like, still. These forests are haunted.
Yes, they are.
Even though the reputation of the woods has been in the public domain for I am struggling. Substantial number of years, the area really hit the headlines back in 1948. A few days before Guy Fawkes Day that year, 20 bodies were discovered in the middle of the forest. Just half of them were children. Just over half of them were children. Lights were reported on Halloween, that assumed night of the massacre. No cause of death would be determined. The investigation only lasted a matter of weeks, and a verdict of carbon monoxide poisoning was ruled as a true cause of death. Yeah. Not everyone settled for this conclusion. In 1964, a private investigator reopened the investigation, interviewed witnesses, and began to suspect that an unknown religious cult was operating from Smarden. The latest investigation was ended with the death of the PI following a car crash. So the investigator was killed in a car crash.
Whoa, that's crazy.
So maybe it was a cult.
Yeah.
This wasn't the only mystery associated with the woods. On the same night in 1998, another 4 people disappeared from the woods. All 4 were students from college that visited the forest. Literally, what? 1960 or 1948, and then again in 1998. So that's like, what, 50 years?
Oh my god.
Exactly 50 years later, to the day.
It's terrifying.
Yeah. All 4 students, residents in Pluckley reported seeing a strange sight. It was described as figures of light resembling a spider's web. Like the previous investigation, it ended within a month of the beginning. All 4 were never found again.
Oh my god. Easy. Did it happen twice?
Yeah.
You would think, like, okay, I'm going with a group of people, we'll be fine.
Yeah. The woods themselves have been a feature since medieval times and even got mentioned in Doomsday's book. An assessment of the area was commissioned by the Woodland Trust in 1999, and conclusions from the study suggest that woods were once much larger than the current area. This is likely due to deforestation over the centuries. This was not all discovered about the woods, though. Evidence of a one-time thriving settlement was uncovered. In addition to primitive irrigation system, pits were unearthed and even wood banks and boundaries. Such a discovery of this nature must have a hint of potential colony or neighboring settlement. Who went to all this trouble to open a speculation? Mere outlaws of Robin Hood's ilk would not likely go to all this trouble. All of this must have been prolonged presence deep in the woods at one time. The whole woodland area is a fascinating place overall. Despite or even in spite its rather sinister reputation, visitors come to the area. Some locals are doing nothing more than walking dogs. Others prefer to watch local wildlife. More intrepid souls are drawn to the infamous lore. You can find Daring Woods, aka the Screaming Woods, at Smarden Bell Road, Smarden Ashford. I think it's like a TN number. But here is the article, or the picture of the newspaper from then. In 1948. It was Tuesday, November 2nd, 1948. There are other sightings since the original published account. There's a from 1955 to from the 1920s. Oh, here's the one from the 4 students, the newspaper. But it's also said that there's a highwayman that haunts the area too. And that's just scary. So yeah, that's the Screaming Woods, Daring Woods.
Turpin. Did he go there too?
He might have. So that's my last forest. Ooh. I kind of want to go into like the 20 people who were massacred though. I kind of want to like try to dig into that. I don't know though. And then I kind of want to try to dig into the 4 people that went missing in 1999. But I just didn't have the time to do that. But I think I kind of want to try. But like I think I would have to buy books because it was from 1948. But yeah, so
when we can do part 2 forest.
Yeah.
Dig into the
I think that would be cool. But yeah, so that was our. Do you have any other ones?
No, that's all.
Okay. That was our haunted forest.
Yes.
These forests were scary.
They sure were.
And I kind of want to go there.
Except for the Elfin Forest.
Yeah,
I definitely don't want to go there.
Yeah. So, if you want to see the article, like the newspapers from the Screaming Woods or Daring Woods, we'll post those on our social medias. Do you have any pictures of yours?
Yeah, I'm gonna find pictures. I might post a picture of Dick Turpin.
Okay.
And yeah.
Okay. Sounds good. So we'll find all the pictures that you can see these woods, see the stuff that's been happening. I want to try to find that photograph that that person took of the UFO.
Yeah.
I'm gonna see if I can find that. I think that'd be really cool, of the Hoia Baciu Forest.
If you want, you can send me your pictures and I'll make a big collage.
Ooh, okay.
Of our pictures.
That sounds like a good idea. So if you want to see all those, you can go to our social media pages on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok at Dreadfully Twisted Podcast. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. It's been a while. If you want to share your stories, and if you have any stories about haunted forests that you've experienced in any forest, and if you want us to cover any other forests, you can email us at dreadfullytwistedpodcast@gmail.com. You can send us true crime stories that you experienced, paranormal things that you've experienced, or if you want us to cover any other cases or any other forest or any haunted place or whatever, anything. There's no limitations on what we'll cover.
Anything at all. Send us whatever you like. DM us on Instagram, on Messenger, on Facebook. Email us. Anywhere.
Or you can comment on our Reddit page, r/dreadfullytwistedpod.
Or even right on our post. You can even
you can do that. You can comment. Literally, you can reach us.
You guys should cover this. And I'm like, okay.
Or if you have stories, we would prefer you to email those, because those, if you don't want everybody to see it. Or DM us or whatever. So and then
help a lot.
Yes, because we want to do episodes all about you, listeners. So we feel like that'd be fun.
You want to know what you like.
And you can listen anywhere you listen to podcasts. If you listen on Spotify, there is a option to say what you thought about the episode. So we would appreciate that. And anywhere you listen, if it has like a rating thing, 5 stars. Please give us 5 stars.
Yes.
And rate us, download the episodes. And so share us to your friends and family. Try to help us, stay relevant and get the podcast out there. We really appreciate it. And we appreciate you all listening and stuff. And we hope you keep listening. And
we love you.
We love you, and stay positive.
Be a good person.
Don't be like Dick Turpin.
Nope. Check on your friends.
And just be a good person.
Yes.
And we love you all. And we will see you guys next week.
Bye. Bye.